In a significant move towards green mobility, Chinese electric vehicle manufacturer NETA has announced plans to establish an assembly plant in Kenya. This ambitious initiative is part of NETA's strategy to increase its presence in the region. Hello and welcome to CGSP Reports. I am Njenga Hakina, CGSP's Africa Climate Editor based in Nairobi, Kenya. Electric vehicles are not very common in Nairobi, and NETA is among the companies breaking into this market, which is still heavily reliant on fossil fuels for mobility. The company is partnering with electric auto dealers like Moja EV, a new energy vehicle company providing green travel solutions in Kenya. The company has also partnered with another Chinese automaker, Skyworth, to provide these same solutions in this country. I am speaking to Ian Mathenge, Head of Marketing at Moja EV Kenya. So charging infrastructure remains a challenge in Kenya with few major stations in cities like Nairobi. So what would you say is NETA's strategic move into Kenya's transport sector?
First, we are coming up with our charging infrastructure here. We have two types of chargers, the AC and DC. For the AC type of charger, we'll be providing that for you. We have two types of AC chargers, the fast charging AC and the slow charging AC. The slow charging is the carry-on charger that will come with the car, and the other AC charger is for the NETA car. We'll be using a 7 kilowatt charger. It's a CCS2 type of charger, the modern type of chargers that we're using. So for that part, when you purchase this car, we're giving you two charging options. Both which are AC, one is fast, one is a carry-on charger that you can plug into your normal socket. For the charging infrastructure problem that we are having in Kenya, that is because of the DC charging ports. We have outside parties like EV charger, supercharger, then we have like Kenya Power itself here in Parklands have a 50 kilowatt DC charger. But you see, not only us as Moja EV, we need to work together with other companies so that we can improve the charging infrastructure that is currently in Kenya. EV chargers have been in the market for like about 5 years right now. So within progress, we cannot give Moja EV as a new company the whole burden of solving the charging issues in Kenya. But you see, when you work together with these other companies, in future we can be able to resolve these issues.
All right. Yeah. So basically your strategy is partnering with others to get there faster than individually.
Yes, because working together the team will go far. Working as alone, I might go fast, but I won't go far.
All right. How many NETA vehicles does Moja EV plan to import initially, and how will you eventually grow this number, targeting the entire region? You have mentioned that local assembly is NETA's next step. What are your monthly assembly goals and what led you to this conclusion?
Right now we have a fleet of around 30 vehicles here in Kenya, and you see we are the city partners of NETA. Whatever NETA has in China is what is reflected here. Not only the vehicle but also the technology, our after sales service also requires these spare parts from NETA. So whatever NETA can provide in China, we can provide here in Kenya.
All right. I have seen a few NETAs outside of here. Do you supply those as well?
You see, like for you, the model of the car is a 2022 version. That is before we came to Kenya.
Okay.
Now, after we have established as the city partner of Kenya, we are the ones who are supposed to import. We have the sole right to import all the NETA vehicles here in Kenya.
Okay.
So, as of the latest models and the latest technologies, you see, it's not only a car. If you buy this car, you'll require an OBD to diagnose this car. You'll require an after-sales service for that. So we'll encourage you not to buy it for yourself. Come to us for the support of the after-sales service on this car.
All right. And what is OBD?
OBD is like their diagnostic tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you would have to purchase that separately?
No.
If you imported it?
Yes. And I don't think the company can give it. The NETA company will give it to you.
Okay. You've mentioned that local assembly is NETA's next step in Kenya to cut costs. What are your monthly assembly goals and what led you to this conclusion?
You see, when we do our research and look at other countries, for example, our sister here, Ethiopia, introducing local assembly not only makes the cost of the vehicle cheaper, but also creates job opportunities within the nation. Now for us, we also want to do the same to our country here. So we wanted to create job opportunities here and also make this vehicle cheaper. But you see, some of the things we have to handle first. You see, there are some issues we need to solve before the local assembly comes in. Because why do we even need a local assembly if we can remove the VAT tax on these cars, we can remove the custom tax, we can remove the sub tax, we can remove these taxes that are being imposed on these vehicles. You see, we are city partners of NETA. We are a reflection of what NETA is in China. All this cost is coming after the taxation. So if we remove the custom tax and these cars that come here, very affordable, we can start increasing. We can show NETA that Kenya is a ready market like Ethiopia is right now for them to come and invest in.
All right.
That will be a first step actually.
All right.
Yeah.
So I know that when you import fully built units, everything goes to the manufacturer. And so the taxation is to kind of maybe attract the assembling or the manufacturing locally. And so I think that maybe when you're looking at future assembly and production of units locally, do you think these taxes will drop?
That is for the government to decide. I as an individual cannot tell. Yeah.
So it depends on the government.
Yeah, it actually depends on our government.
How will Moja EV work with other players in the sector to hasten EV adoption rates? And this is important considering needs like, of course, charging infrastructure, affordability, and other factors.
Yes, we can do as much as we can, but first of all, our first step is to collect data. We need to collect information. Even Kenya Power are doing the same. With their charging networks, what they are doing actually is collecting information. How many cars are being charged here? How long is it taking? What do we need so that we can support this industry? For us, the first thing before even creating partnership is to know what is already in the market right now. You see, this is not China, this is not Ethiopia, this is Kenya. So we must come and first look at what Kenya we have, then how we'll improve from what we have. Right now, our first step is collecting data. After that, we'll go to partnerships. Now, after partnerships, we can grow from there.
All right. And talking about data, the majority of Kenya's population is poor, and most of them cannot afford the NETA EVs due to their pricing. What were the key considerations when Moja EV decided to sell these cars in Kenya?
Now, if you do a little research, you'll realize that NETA offers the good quality cars with the best pricing in the Chinese market. It's known for its cheap cars and quality cars. So that is what we reflected here. You see, this NETA V is very affordable compared to other electric vehicles. So as for Moja EV, we are bringing what we first consider is what Kenyans can afford. You see, this is a zero mileage car. This car has just come out from the manufacturer's hand. It's not an ex-UK, not an ex-Japan. You're getting a zero mileage car. Nobody has ever worked on this car. Nobody has ever distracted this car. So if you compare the pricing of this car to other BYDs, if you get a BYD Seagull, if you get another type of car, I'm sure the pricing will be way higher than what we are giving you guys here. Yeah. So NETA is the most affordable vehicle in the Chinese market. Do your research, a little research, and you will realize we have brought for you a more affordable car in the market and a safe car that you can use that has surpassed all the standard tests that have been done.
So you have a consumer segment that is not Kenya's poor, basically, because I don't think that 50% of Kenyans can just have, 4 million or 2 million to just spend on a car, right? Yeah. So there is a very specific target market.
What we are doing here, we want to encourage you. For example, this car is coming for 4.5, but if you go and purchase a 2.4 million car right now, and you calculate the cost of fuel that you'll be using in the next 3 years, 4 years, you'll come back to doing the same maths. So we'll show you the benefits that come with this car, the benefits that come with the NETA that you can charge right now in Kenya with this AC charger that we are providing for you with less than 1,000 shillings to cover 400 kilometers. Without say that will be beneficial for you in the long run, because in every kilometer you're covering, you're saving yourself money. So yes, the initial cost is a little bit high, but at the end of the day, it saves you money. Yeah.
All right. Now that you've mentioned about cost, do you have any financing arrangements whereby I can come, this is the car I want, and I don't have cash up front? Do you have a way whereby you can enable me have that car, maybe on loan or something like that?
You see, yes, we have, but you see, we have to work with our local banks here because they know the market well. They know what kind of industry this is. They know the mistakes that come. Us as a new industry, we cannot put all our risk and say from the previous knowledge of the Chinese market, we put it here in our market. So we have to rely on our banks to support us on financing our people here. And if the banks can finance our people here and can approve them for their financing, then it's well good with their people. They can be able to purchase this car.
Countries like South Africa are advanced in their vehicle manufacturing, and they also have better prospects than Kenya. Why did NETA choose Kenya as its entry point into this continent and into this region, and a platform for expanding into the African market?
It's an open market, it's an open field. You have nothing to lose. You have infrastructure to invest in. You have vehicles to sell here. You see there is competition there where you're saying, here we are open. They know there is no other company that is coming here. And if they come, they're not offering what NETA can offer at the end of the day. They cannot offer their cars with the pricing that NETA is coming with. They're not bringing the technology here. They're not putting their time investing. So they're seeing an opportunity here for them to grow as well as to improve the country's economy.
All right. And then the Chinese themselves, the manufacturers, NETA, BYD, and all those, the competition is stiff between these companies. And they are also interested in this market. And we know that BYD is planning on getting here at some point. So from this perspective, what would you say is your edge against such companies? Of course, you have gotten here first.
Not arriving, but our pricing. Our pricing is very stable. We have done our research very well. We know the best cars for this market. So even if they come, we are welcoming them. So we can grow the charging infrastructure together. The market is also big for several companies, I believe, because it's a big region. We have a lot of cars right now. We have a lot of demand. So they are welcome and we can grow together.
While the market in Kenya and Africa as a whole still has a long way to go to fully adapt to electric mobility, there are clear efforts that are underway, like we have seen. The establishment of the NETA assembly will be a key step in making electric vehicle transportation a reality. And to you, thank you for watching another edition of CGSP Reports. If you have any comments regarding this or any other show, please start the conversation below and we'll be happy to discuss them. Also, if you're not already a member, please subscribe, like, and share to make this engagement more interesting. By subscribing, you are assured not to miss all the great programming that CGSP produces. My name is Njenga Hakina and thank you for your time. See you again soon.